What is up, YouTube? That's here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a brand new series. We're going to be on Pokemon Showdown today, and today I'm going to bring you guys 6 creative sets to use whatever Pokemon I'm going to be working with competitively. So the first Pokemon we're going to be looking at is a favorite of mine. You guys have seen me use it for the past few years. I've pretty much used it in every major season I've done well in, and it is going to be Sceptile. So we're going to be showing you guys 6 Sceptile scratch. I'm going to make them from scratch. I'm just going to build them here, and I'm going to give some history about the sets, and then I'm going to be leaving links in the description of the video so you guys can see these sets in action. These are going to be VGC sets from past formats. These are going to be singles sets in, OU, UU, and whatever tier you really want to use that in. So hopefully you guys get some use out of this type of stuff. I've gotten a lot of questions like, what's your Eevee Spread on this Pokemon? Why do you use this move over this move? So hopefully this type of series will answer some of those questions, and we're going to start with the Pokemon I'm kind of known for, and that is going to be Sceptile. So we're going to start this off by going with Mega Sceptile, and like I said, I'm building all these sets from scratch so I can talk about the importance of each move and, the reason why. So we're going to start off with Mega Sceptile. Mega Sceptile being my favorite Mega Evolution. Remember, this thing gains Lightning Rod upon Mega Evolving, which is going to draw in all Electric-type moves into this Pokemon, and some people like to use that defensively. Like in 2016, you saw a couple people pair it with Kyogre, so you could protect Kyogre from electric attacks. I like to use Lightning Rod offensively. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be activating Lightning Rod with our teammate. Our teammate is going to be, back in the day I used Scarf, Rotom's Heat, and nowadays in 2018 I use Tapu Koko. So the teammate uses a very fast discharge, and that is going to activate our Lightning Rod, give us a +1 special attack boost, and it's going to let us hit extremely hard. So this is the set that I used back in the day. So I actually used Protect, but Sceptile can also learn Protect and Detect. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Detect here. We're going to put Detect. The next move is, well, I'll save the spiciest move for last. The next move is Leaf Storm, right? The next move is Leaf Storm. You could say go Energy Ball, but back in the day, and it still holds true to this day, you need the Leaf Storm. It's going to be a 130 base move versus I think Energy Ball is like an 80. So it's 50 more base power. You really need to hit really hard. It's unfortunate when you miss, but Sceptile is a really risky Pokemon in the first place, so you're running Leaf Storm, and it's pretty good. After that, you're going to be using Dragon Pulse, and Dragon Pulse is actually, it's a move tutor move. So in, if you're playing in regular Sun and Moon, you can't get Dragon Pulse. You need to trade over a Sceptile and, move tutor Dragon Pulse onto that, because remember, Sceptile doesn't gain its Dragon typing until actually, what is it? It doesn't gain it until Mega Evolving. I don't know what I was thinking of. Yeah, but I think it's a move tutor move. I think it's how he gets it. I don't think it's a TM anymore. So, yeah, so Dragon Pulse, really, really good move. It's another stab. It's not as good as it used to be with all these fairies running around, but it lets you hit all those grass types, which while you're Leaf Storm for that neutral damage, and it definitely picks up big one-hit KOs after you get a couple Lightning Rod boosts. And last but not least, we're going to talk about this last move. So I'm going to give a couple options here. What some players do when they like to use Mega Sceptile is they like to use Substitute, You Tech Sub, and you got Leaf Storm Dragon Pulse, you got your double stab moves, you got some defensive play. Another move you could put here for VGC is Quick Guard. Quick Guard's another really good move, and it blocks bakeouts and stuff like that, so Quick Guard's definitely an option. But the thing that I like here is gonna be Focus Blast. Focus Blast is a really, really good move, and people sleep on Focus Blast. 120 base, only 70% accuracy. But let me throw down some calcs for you. Well, not really calcs. Let me throw down some knowledge for you guys. If you want to be able to beat Heatran, a Pokemon that was very big in 2015 when I top cut Lancaster Regionals with this Pokemon, I went undefeated, and I beat a lot of Heatrans. I went undefeated in Swiss. I went 8-0 with this thing, so this set definitely works. I fought a lot. I Focus Blasted a lot of Heatrans. Remember, Heatran's weak to fighting, and just the raw Focus Blast doesn't do it. But when you get the +1 off the Discharge Lightning Rod combo, as well as the little chip damage from the Discharge as well, you can one-shot any Heatran set, and that also works for Kangaskhan. So it works for Kangaskhan, it works for Tyranitar, it works for Heatran. Yeah, Focus Blast is really underrated on this guy. And now going into 2018, it works against Stakataka, and a couple other things just have a bunch of biting weakness. It's really good against Incineroar, which is the new hotness right now. I've already popped a couple Incineroars in the face with a huge Focus Blast from Sceptile, so I really recommend putting Focus Blast on this guy. This is the type of Pokemon that you're going to need to take those risks if you want to win, but it's such a swaggy risk reward type thing. So Focus Blast is going to be my move of choice, but you can also use moves like Sub and Quick Guard. You could also go for some sort of hidden power, like some people were using like hidden power ice, but I really don't think that's worth it. I saw a couple hidden power fires. Again, I don't think that's worth it. I think Focus Blast is better. So what we're going to do for this series, for this Pokemon, for Sceptile, you don't really need to mix up your Eevee Spreads that much. We're going to click the recommended Eevee Spread button. You see it's going to put us at 427 speed because we have a 140 base after we Mega Evolve. You can't do that. You can't be Speed Natured Sceptile. This won't work. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that off and you're going to put the Eevees and the nature into modest. So the reason we're doing that is, look, Sceptile goes to 389. Tapu Koko is 400 with Speed Nature, so you have to use a Timid Tapu Koko to make this work. And also, if you were to go Timid Sceptile, you'd be faster than like a Scarf Rotom, which is what I used in 2015, and you'd be faster than your Tapu Koko, and that way your Discharge combo wouldn't work. You'd be getting your Discharge Lightning Rod boost after you already attack with your Sceptile, so you need to go not Speed Natured. Anything that's not Speed Natured. So if you can't get Modest, you can go like Rash, you can go Calm, you can go whatever you want. You can't go Speed Natured. I recommend Modest because Modest boosts your special attack, and this thing is just the definition of a glass cannon. Sceptile really can't eat that many attacks at all. Like, I've lost this thing to, I think, like, Mega Metagross Ironhead probably one-shots this thing. It's incredibly fragile, especially in defense. So don't try and take that many attacks with this thing. It doesn't really work, but I will be leaving a link in the description of this video showcasing some Mega Sceptile videos that you guys can watch if you want to see this set in action. Other than that, we're going to move on to the next one. Alright, so the next set we're going to be working on is a regular Sceptile set. So we're not going to be using Mega Sceptile, we're just going to be using a regular Sceptile. And for those of you saying, oh, regular Sceptile doesn't work, it most definitely does work. And this is going to be a VGC 2018 set that I've done very well with already this season. So what we're doing when we're looking at Sceptile, remember, this is a starter Pokemon, so that's its basic Overgrow ability, but it also has a secondary ability in Unburden. Speed is doubles on held item loss, boost is lost if it switches, obviously. So if you use your item, whatever you're holding, you get a ×2 speed boost. So we're going to use an Unburden regular Sceptile, and the item we're going to use is Grassy Seed. I would recommend the Grassy Seeds, but you can use Electric Seeds, you can use any sort of seeds that let you pair it with a Tapu. So if you want to use Lele, cool, use Psychic Seeds on you. Want to use Koko, pair it with Electric Seeds. I recommend Grassy Seeds because he has a ton of synergy with Bulu, and we'll be talking about that as this set develops. So the set we're going to be making here, I'm trying to remember the exact move set, but the first move, let's start off with the first attacking move. We're going to be a physical Sceptile, so we're going to be using Leaf Blade here. There's a 90 base power move, has a high critical hit ratio. It's pretty good. It's pretty much one of Sceptile's, like, you know, I think Sceptile was probably the first Pokemon to actually get Leaf Blade in Gen 3, so it's everything has it now, but you know, it started on Sceptile. So Leaf Blade's going to be our main attacking move. After that, we're going to be using Sunny Day. And I would recommend any sort of weather here. I don't really know what sort of weathers Sceptile learns, but in the team I was using it in, this is pretty good. This is just used as a weather disruptor. So when I first made this set in January, rain was really big, and you know, you just go Sceptile Bulu, and remember your Grassy Seeds are going to activate, going to give you a ×2 speed boost, and you're going to be able to just set up Sun, bam, right there. And then their rain, they're all washed up. That's for sure. So Sunny Day, being able to phase other weathers like Sandstorm, like rain and stuff like that. Pretty good stuff. It also gets around like a level 9-tails, like they can't set up their Aurora Veil, their Blizzards lose their accuracy, so this is the move I'd recommend on here. If you were going to cut one move on the Sceptile set, I would cut Sunny Day for Detect, but, you know, it's up to you. Next move definitely needs to be here. We're going to be using Roar on Sceptile, and you guys may be thinking, why are you using Roar? This thing's really fragile. We'll get to the Eevee Spread in a moment, but Roar is really good on this guy. You guys think that it could be bad, but if you lead Bulu Sceptile, you can't stop a Trick Room. You can't stop a Trick Room. You can't stop like a setup mom from setting up on you. You don't have the KOs potential to be able to KO those big things just yet. So Roar lets you get around Kommo-o. It lets you get around Trick Room setters, because remember, Roar is a -6 priority move, whereas Trick Room is a -7. So if your opponent goes for a Trick Room, you're going to be able to roar them before they Trick Room every time. If your opponent wants to set up with a Kommo-o, with a Tapu Fini, with any sort of thing that gets some sort of boost, they want to Dragon Dance on you, Swords Dance on you, you just roar them out and it's no longer a problem. They want to Extreme Evo Boost on you, just roar them out, it's no problem. Roar is really, really good. You'll probably use it 1 out of every 5 games in certain niche situations, and yeah, pretty good. You can also roar your teammate to get around like Shadow Tag and stuff like that. So Roar, definitely a move that's great because they don't expect it, and the Unseen Roar is definitely the deadliest. And last but not least, we're going to put the spicy move on here that makes this Sceptile set cook, and it's one that most people don't even know Sceptile gets. Screech. So this is an 85% accuracy move, and it sharply lowers your opponent's defense stats. So what you're going to be doing, like I said, this is a Sceptile that I like to pair with Tapu Bulu. You could pair it with a Coco, but pretty much whatever you pair this thing with, whenever you're using the Sceptile, your teammate wants to be a physical attacker. So what you're going to be doing is, since you got that Unburden boost, you're going to be pretty fast. You're going to be the fastest thing on the board for sure. And what you're going to do is you're going to screech something, and then your teammate is just going to come in and one-shot them. So when I made this team, I made it with a Choice Scarf Tapu Bulu and this Sceptile. Get my Unburden boost, I pop a Screech on their dude, and I just one-shot it with a Wood Hammer. Literally, everything's gone. Mega King, gone. Anything that you're hitting for neutral damage, gone. You want to hit Incineroar. Incineroar just intimidated you guys. Screech the Incineroar, super power from the Bulu, and it's still gone even at the -1. So stuff like that, it's really, really cool to see stuff like that work. And same thing, against like Charizard, for example, you can Screech Rock Slide, it still KOs the Charizard through the Intimidate if you're intimidated on your Bulu and stuff like that. So this gets around Intimidate leads. It's a really cool, unique move that a lot of people don't see coming. Of course, you're going to miss Screech every once in a while, but like I said, this is an extremely high risk-reward Pokemon, and it is definitely one that like snowballs the game if you get going. So if you guys want to see videos of this set, I'll be leaving another link to this video, or to a video of me using that in the comments, or not the comments, but like in the description. So if you guys want to see the set in action, if you don't have my word for it, like, do me a favor, check out that, and I will change your mind. But the thing that will definitely change your mind is we're going to look at the Eevee Spread here. So this is the recommended Eevee Spread. Let's click it and just see what it does. That's not what we want. That's not what we want. So it wants us to go full speed. But remember, we don't need full speed. We don't need any speed, actually, because we get an Unburden proc. So you can look at the speed stat, and it's going to technically double the speed stat. And that means we're still fast and everything. Sceptile is such a high base speed that we need absolutely nothing in this. The Sceptile set I think I actually ran was just full like that. I think it was, pretty sure that was it. Whatever. Do this. There we go. These are not optimal Eevee Spreads because Sceptile is like a 252 mon. But anyways, you can sacrifice going full HP, and you may think like, well, why would you even go full HP on a Sceptile? It's not even bulky. It is bulky because you have a Grassy Seed. So Grassy Seed gives Sceptile a ton of base defense, and full HP means like if your opponent like Charizard or something goes for like a Heat Wave, if it's not sunny, or you know, if the situations are right, you're gonna live. If someone pops a random Ice Beam on you, you're gonna live because you have full HP investment. And HP, like Sceptile's HP is not terrible. Its specialty is also not terrible. It's just that its defense is really bad. So you have a decent special defense stat. You have a boost to your normally low defense stat through the Grassy Seeds, and you're actually really, really bulky. So this set, I've had a ton of success with this season. I'll be leaving probably 2 or 3 videos in the description showing how to use this team. I'm sure some guys that are watching this channel have already seen, but to those of you guys that have never seen my content before, this set cooks and is a ton of fun to play in VGC 2018. I'd highly recommend it. It also plays on the fact that your opponent thinks it's going to be Mega Sceptile, and then it's totally not, and they're just caught with their pants down on turn 1. So pretty good stuff. We're going to move on to the next set though, and let's see, what is the next set? The next set is going to be a 2016 VGC set that still works through this day. Here we go. Alright, so the next set we're going to be looking at, remember, we're keeping in fashion of the whole creative sets. Like, I could show you guys standard sets. I showed you guys the regular Mega Sceptile set. I think that's pretty standard, but it has my little, you know, creative twist on it with the Focus Blast and a couple other little things. But we're going to keep with the creative sets here, and we're going to show you guys another regular Sceptile set. This worked in 2016. I took it to, I think, an online challenge, like an international challenge, and I think I took it to like 2 PCs, but this was a great set against Xerneas in general, and as well as any meta where you're fighting against really fast Pokemon. If there's a really aggressive meta, this set works great. So the item we're going to be using here is going to be a Focus Sash on Sceptile, and again, we're not going with Overgrow, even though Overgrow would get a benefit through the use of Sash because, you know, we get a 1.5 boost. We're going to be using another Unburdened set, and like I said, this is a VGC set, but it could be adapted for playing singles as well. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be going to Detect. So we got Detect as our first move, and then this is where this set gets a little bit weird. So what the plan was is that you would lead Sceptile or do whatever you want with Sceptile, and they're going to think that it's Mega Sceptile, so they're going to throw all their attacks into it. They're going to try and mess you up. So what they're going to be doing is they're just going to be throwing Moonblast into you, all their big damage, because everyone tunnels on Mega Sceptile. If you start playing with Sceptile, you'll realize that people want to get that thing off the board as soon as possible because they know it's a glass cannon. So what you're going to do is you're going to let them clock your Sash, you're going to get an Unburden boost, and they're just going to be faster than literally everything, and it's like the coolest thing ever. So the move that we're going to be using here is going to be Swords Dance. So what's going to happen is when they clock your sash, you don't even need to attack them because realistically Sceptile isn't that strong. You're going to proc a Swords Dance onto, you're going to Swords Dance when they clock your sash. You're going to get your Unburdened proc, and then you're going to have a ×2 speed and a ×2 attack boost. It's going to be like a double Dragon Dance, and it's definitely the type of set that catches your opponent with their pants down. So this doesn't work all the time, but if you just think about it, like, Sceptile is just a decent mon in general. Swords Dance when you got the chance, and it's still a pretty good set. The move after that is going to be Leaf Blade. And I think in 2016, I think I used Roar again because Roar is just really good. It's really unexpected. It makes the Sceptile can kind of deal with those Trick Room setters, but I'm going to look and see if it can learn it. Yeah, we're going to go Rock Slide for this updated VG 2018 set, so it gives you a little bit more options. Leaf Blade's not always really good, but Rock Slide is always good, especially after +2. So we're going to go Detect, Swords Dance, Leaf Blade, Rock Slide, Focus Sash. This thing has a ton of usefulness, even if you never get the Unburdened proc. Sceptile's an amazing Pokemon, Sash is pretty good, Swords Dance is pretty good, and the physical Sceptile is definitely one that people are not expecting. Remember, the whole point of using these Unburdened sets is to catch people thinking that you're trying to go Mega Sceptile, and the things that beat Mega Sceptile do not beat this physical Sceptile, or the last two Sceptile sets that we've really seen. Sceptile would normally go down to like an Ice Beam, or like a Hard Nuke or something like that, like just a ton of offensive pressure into Sceptile would normally beat a Mega Sceptile. But these two Sceptile sets that I've just shown, they're the ones that can take that hit and then retaliate, and then your opponent is left without their main offensive threat, and you're pretty much just going to win the game because they went too in on Sceptile. So this is a really cool set. We're going to click this button to see what it says, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I would probably, I think you have to go Jolly. Yeah, I think you have to go Jolly here, but I'm not sure. So you can actually go Jolly or Adamant, it's whatever you want, but you're going to have enough attack. Like, in 2016, I went Adamant for sure, because, you know, you're fighting things like Groudon. The meta was slower by about 15 and 20 base speed, and in 2017, Sceptile wasn't legal in that format, but the meta was slower by about 5 to 10 base speed on just average mons. In 2018, though, the meta's a bit faster. It's hanging around 120 base, though. I would actually say Jolly for this, and just really try to get your Swords Dances off. So another really cool set. I don't know how many videos I have featuring this set on my YouTube channel, but I'll do my best to link some. Maybe I'll even play a game and just leave that replay in the comments or something like that, or the description. But this is a very good set. It worked great in 2016, and I'm sure that it would work to this day, because it's actually a lot of fun to play. So we're going to move on to another one. What do we got? So we've done Mega Sceptile, right? I have a list, but like I'm still making the sets from scratch here. So we have done Mega Sceptile, right? We have done the Unburdened Grassy Seeds one, and we've done the Stash 2016 set. So the next few sets, we're going to go into a Z-Move set next. We're going to go into a Z-Move set. So this is going to be a pretty cool one. Alright, so we're making our Z-Move Sceptile set. So this set could also, I guess I should just start over. These type of movesets, all these sets, like you see the first 3 Sceptiles that I made, are more specifically made for VGC, but if you guys play singles, you can definitely adapt them to play singles. Like, all those sets can be changed, just cut Detect for, like, a Swords Dance, or a Roar, or some other offensive moves. So, this set is a set that can be used both in singles and VGC. It's, I guess, more geared towards singles. I don't know what tier Sceptile's in. I have to imagine it's probably RU or UU, but this set is a Z-Move set, so what we're going to be doing, I think I settled upon Grassium Z, just because Grassium Z is like, that works here. So we're going to go Grassium Z, we're going to go Overgrow here, just because we're using a Z-Move. I wish you got an Unburdened Brock when you procced your Z-Move, that'd be the coolest thing ever. So let's look at it toward the VGC set first, and then we'll adapt it depending on what we want to do. So we're going to do Detect, and then we'll change to a single set after, because this set can do both. So we got Detect, we got Swords Dance, we have Drain Punch, because it gets Drain Punch as a move tutor move now, and then we have Leaf Blade. So this set, the reason why I'm saying this is like you're gonna start it off as a VGC set, and if it's VGC it should be Jolly. We're gonna start it off as this set, but if you're gonna use a Sceptile in VGC that's a physical Sceptile, I would really recommend the one that we just listed here with the Sash. I think this set is definitely more VGC physical Sceptile-ish. It has a ton more survivability, and Rock Slide just a better move in VGC compared to the Drain Punch. This Sceptile set that has a Grassium Z has a ton of nuke power with the Grassium Z, and if we cut the Detect, we could make room for Rock Slide here. We could make room for other niche moves. We could put like Grass Whistle on it. We could put Substitute here. Ooh, yeah, I'm just gonna put Sub. That's thick. Look at that. You could even then, if you wanted to be that type of guy, you could cut your Grassium Z. You could put some leftovers on this thing. So you got Sub, Swords Dance, Drain Punch, Leaf Blade, and then we're gonna change the Eevee Spread instead of just being the set that had like Rock Slide, Swords Dance, Drain Punch, Leaf Blade. You'd probably want to go Adamant because Sceptile's a lower tier mon, and in the lower tiers, speed tiering drops quite a bit. So what you can probably do though, if you want to go with this type of set with Sub, Swords Dance, Drain Punch, Leaf Blade, make it somewhat bulky. Go stuff like this, because in the lower tiers, remember, this is I'm transitioning completely over into like a single Smogon set. Lower tiers are more highly dominated by special attackers. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna put like that there. You put that there. Look at this now. This becomes somewhat of a Gallade set. It becomes really bulky. You got the Sub Swords Dance. Once you get the Swords Dance, your Drain Punches are pretty much gonna be full healing you, and you're just bulky enough to where they can't really KO you. So this set is a little bit of 2-in-1. Again, this is one of the reasons why we're recording these sets like live. This is instead of just me inputting a piece of paper and being like, this is the set, here you go. I can change the sets on a whim. You're gonna get 7 Sceptile sets, because this is a Z move set and like a Sub, a Leftovers Drain Punch set. But this set just focuses more on the Drain Punch aspect. I still think the Grassium Z set works as well, so let's put that one back. That's what I was supposed to be doing. I still think Subs could move on it though. But if we're going to use the Grassium Z, we probably want to put this all back, because you want to get that hard nuke. So, you can go with the leftover subset with really bulk, or you can go with this Grassium Z set. Pop someone in the mouth. When you see a weakness, you substitute. When they're breaking your substitute, you're going to set up your Swords Dance and Sweep. I don't have any sets of this on my YouTube channel, but this is a very straightforward set, and I'm sure it works in the lower formats. If you guys want to try this set for yourself, let me know how it works, and maybe I'll try it for myself. Here we go. Alright, so next set. We've done physical, Z move. Alright, so now we're going to transition into a really gimmicky set that works both in VGC and singles, but again, this is mostly a singles set. But I have used this in VGC before, and it definitely works, so here we go. Alright, we got Sceptile. So this set is going to be another Sash set. It sucks that Sceptile needs like all these Sash sets, but it's that type of Pokemon. So we're gonna go Sash Sceptile, and I guess I'm gonna give a little bit of clarification here. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna make 2 sets out of this one. So we got Sash, we got Unburden. Might as well just put Unburden. Our set list, let's start off with the VGC person, the Z VGC way. So we got Detect here. Detect's a pretty good move. What did we want next? Did Sceptile get caught? No. You don't need whatever this last move is. Literally, like, this last move does not need to be used at all. Let's just put Roar then. Alright, so we're going to put Roar here. And then the bread and butter of this set... Actually, let's just put... Does Sceptile get counter? Bruh! Counter. We're going to put counter on it. So we got counter, detect, because reason is Sash. We can just proc them and just counter, just completely retaliate against them. Counter is such an underrated move. It's so good. The next move is going to be Quick Attack, and you're like, Quick Attack? That makes absolutely no sense. Why are you using Quick Attack? You're using Quick Attack because you have Endeavor. So you could go for the Endeavor off, like, proccing your Sash. It'll get them to 1. You can Quick Attack them. Kind of like how Singles works with, like, Rattata and the level 1 stuff like that. This totally works like that, but I think Counter's just a little bit more proactive. So what you can do is they'll proc your Sash. Counter gets a 1-shot. Next turn, you have, like, a teammate. You can Detect, switch in something that has, like, a redirection move, then you can redirect Endeavor, and then you just redirect Endeavor and then Quick Attack, stuff like that. So pretty cool set. You don't see stuff like this very often, but for this type of set, what we're actually gonna do is we're gonna make it hasty. And we even want full HP. Am I wrong or right? No, we want like none, no HP. There we go. That's fine. I don't even want to use these Eevees. I want to die. Nah, whatever. Yeah, so that's pretty much a set. But pretty cool stuff. And the reason we're going hasty is because we want to actually get our Sash clocked each time, especially in the defensive stat version. Pretty cool set though. I think this definitely works. And another really cool thing is this totally works as a... I've actually done this. I don't have any content on it here, but I used this in 2008. I used it as a Treecko. Again, same set. Like, I actually still have the Treecko. It's like a level 15 or something Treecko that I use. So, because I think, no, it's level 16 because that's when he learns quick attack, right? So you go Focus Sash. My Treecko was Overgrow because you know, that's how it worked. You still went Detect even if you were using singles, just because you need to get, sometimes you have to do it. I think I had Roar on it. No, I had a, not whatever's name. Oh, he doesn't get Roar. What the hell did I have on Treecko? I really don't remember what the last move on this Treecko was. But anyways, you had Endeavor, right? You had Quick Attack. And what's the last move? Let's actually just find the last move. It had to be something swag. What moves can Treecko learn? It was Leech Seed. No, that's what it was. Cool. So, yeah, this set totally works. You don't even freaking need Eevees. What does this say? What does it recommend? Doesn't matter. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, so you just Endeavor Quick Attack. For those of you who don't know how that works, is they're going to clock your Sash, right? You're going to Endeavor them down to 1, and then you're going to Quick Attack them and get the KO and just revenge KO them, and it's pretty funny, especially because they're losing like a base 1 form, and it's really gimmicky. It used to be really big back in singles back in like 2007, 2008, but every once in a while you can still gimmick people with these type of sets, and they're actually pretty fun to use. So the last set we have for you, I've already shown you like 8 or 9 sets, I feel. So like I've showed you like that this last Treecko set was like 2 Sceptile sets. This set was like 2 to 3 sets with the Grassium Z, also like pseudo leftover set. Last set I have for you is a set that I used back when Sceptile was UU back in 2008. I used this a lot in 2008, maybe even 2007. Yeah, so we're gonna go Sceptile. This is gonna be a UU, so a single set, and this is gonna be a choice spec set. So choice spec's gonna multiply your special attack by 1.5, but you're locked in doing that. Unburden wasn't even released yet, so you had to go Overgrow, and you just went Leaf Storm. You went Focus Blast. I think I'd Hidden Power Fire. Yeah, and then what was the last move? I don't even remember. It was Deep Pulse. Yeah, this was a Gen 4 set. This was pretty good back in the day against like well, it wasn't even really good. It was just like, you know, it was a competitive set. This was a UU set, so this preyed upon like things like Suicune. Suicune was transitioning into UU at the time. None of the bulky things that you guys consider to be UU now are UU. Back in the day, UU used to be like, you know, just a bunch of all the things that were not good enough to be sweepers were in UU, and then a few walls. And then the good thing about the set was Sceptile preyed on them, like Suicune was transitioning into UU. So like Leaf Storm, really good against Suicune. And Sceptile's special attack is base 105. It's not really terrible, so people just don't expect that level of damage output from Sceptile. And the specs means like you're hitting harder than like pretty much any other regular Pokemon. So it's pretty good. Of course, you're gonna have to switch after you pop a couple Leaf Storms. I think I might have actually cut Dragon Pulse and had Energy Ball or something on there, just in case I didn't want to just Leaf Storm myself into Oblivion. But another pretty niche set. I don't think this one's that great. But, you know, you guys definitely got your money's worth. So, in quick review, you got your Mega Sceptile 2015. I went 8-0 in Swiss Lancasters Regional with this. There's probably a bunch of footage of me using this. I'll be leaving links to me using this in the description. After that, you have the Grassy Seeds Unburdened Sceptile that is a VGC 2018 specific set. I'll be leaving links to this in the description. After that, you got the Sash Unburdened 2016 VGC 2016 set. Very good against like really offensive, aggressive formats, and you know this retaliates very well and just has a ton of fun stuff. So yeah, I don't know if I have any of this stuff up, but I'll be leaving stuff if I have it in the description. After that's gonna be the Grassium set that also doubled as like the leftovers, you know, basically Drain Punch set. This set is mostly made for singles. And it's made for singles nowadays, so this is like a definitely 2018 like Gen 7 single set. I don't really know what tier Sceptile's in singles, but I'm sure the set would probably work pretty well. I used to use a Glade set that was kind of like this, and Sceptile and Glade have similar stats, similar move pools. They're completely opposite on the offensive typing, but you know, they actually mirror each other quite well. So yeah, decent set. Don't know if I'd recommend it, but it's a lot of fun to play with. And it makes Sceptile into a little bit more than just a glass cannon. That's what I really like about it. Next after that, we have the Treecko set that also can be used as Sceptile as well. But it's the Endeavor Quick Attack set. I'm sure that most people didn't even know that Sceptile and the Treecko line got the Endeavor Quick Attack combo. Most people only think like Rattata and stuff like that gets it. But Treecko's my favorite Endeavor Quick Attack user. Treecko's one of my favorite starters. So this set definitely works. And last but not least, we're going to be using the Toy Spec Sceptile. Very standard stuff. You just go in, you get a big one shot, you switch out, you come back in when you need it. It's a great revenge KO mod because people don't expect that level of damage. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you guys think about this type of content. in the comments below. I'm definitely interested in what you guys have to say. I want to ask you guys, I want to challenge you guys to leave me a comment saying what Pokemon you want to see me make 6 creative movesets for. I've been playing since like 2006, 2007. I have a ton of singles experience. I have a ton of VGC experience, as well as like other formats. I play like triples, rotation, you know, battle spot special, all that type of stuff. So let me know what Pokemon you want to see in this type of video in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.